Tropical storm Fong Wong bringing more intense rain and flooding to parts of Taiwan. After making landfall last night in southern Pingtung County.
It was Wednesday, the 12th of November 2025, when Typhoon Fong Wong slammed into Taiwan. Scientists are extremely terrified and shocked because this superstorm has rewritten every law of physics and meteorology. After affecting almost 4.67 million people in the Philippines, this superstorm entered Taiwan with full force. It maintained its destructive power for almost 120 hours and triggered extreme levels of rainfall. Scientists were not expecting this much rainfall and this extreme destructive power of a typhoon. This all started on November 9th, 2025. For 3 days, Fong Wong kept circling in the Philippine Sea, destroying different areas of the country. 18 people died, 2 went missing, and thousands of people were evacuated. Hundreds of houses were destroyed, and numerous areas were submerged in rainwater. By Tuesday morning, Taiwan also started suffering. This superstorm triggered rainfall in that country way before landing there. Scientists were baffled when the northern community of Taiwan received 3 inches of rainfall as of Tuesday evening. They warned authorities that Fong Wong is going to destroy Taiwan in the same way it has destroyed the Philippines. They should be ready for extreme rainfall and landslides once it lands in the country by Wednesday evening. Authorities issued a bulk evacuation order for Hualien County on the island's rugged east coast, which is prone to landslides and earthquakes. Almost 3,300 people left their homes and areas to save their lives. Schools and workplaces across eastern and western Taiwan were closed on Wednesday, as the Weather Bureau warned them of strong gusts of wind, heavy rainfall, and landslides. Local flights were cancelled. People remained in safe places on Wednesday. Authorities and rescue teams remained alert, but these precautions were not enough to save them from the disaster of Typhoon Fong Wong. 25 inches of rain fell in a single day, submerging over 1,000 homes. The harbor town of Suo recorded the most rainfall in Taiwan's history. While people were crying over their destroyed homes and areas, scientists were getting scared of what their sensors were telling them. Satellite data shows that Fong Wong generates unique weather patterns that do not match any prediction or known model. It is extracting moisture from unknown sources and flooding the whole country through its self-sustaining weather system. But its destruction isn't stopping here. Seismic sensors show tremors in the ground from where the typhoon passes. The chief geophysicist of Taiwan declared he had never seen this kind of data during the superstorm. Scientists are now questioning whether the world is entering a new era of super typhoons, or if this unique Fong Wong is a warning from nature. November is supposed to be a quiet month for typhoons. Cooler northern winds usually weaken typhoons soon, not allowing them to cause any destruction. But Typhoon Fong Wong was a unique case. Most typhoons approach Taiwan from the east, but it approached the country from the southwest. There, it collided with the cool winds of the north now. Scientists expect it to weaken, but this typhoon absorbed those winds and created a destructive atmospheric model. Forecast models and meteorologists scrambled to alert the public after seeing the unexpected formation and power of this typhoon. Public and rescue teams were not expecting a natural disaster this late in the year. It was the 26th disaster that hit them this year. The infrastructure was weakened, people were exhausted, the soil was saturated, and rescue teams were under pressure. All of this added a new layer of tension to this unpredictable natural disaster. Hualien and Yilan soils were quite saturated after the previous storms, so they suffered the most. A rainstorm in September created a new barrier lake in Hualien. On the 12th of November, the rainfall caused the Matayan Creek to overflow. It submerged every house in the village of Mingli. Rescue teams were still figuring out what to do when the new barrier lake also overflowed on November 13th. It flooded the whole area. Rescue teams were helpless there as water was coming from the sky and now from the land. At least 2 died and 18 were injured in this area. But this destruction was nothing in front of Suo. Rainfall and flooding were so intense in this area that water reached up to 1 story high. At least 95 people have been injured. Pingtung County faced severe landslides on Wednesday night. Many died, and authorities are scared that more deaths are expected in the coming days. By November 13th, parts of Yilan County received 30 inches of rainfall and 24 inches of flooding. In Dongshan Township, sections of the embankment along Ankeng Creek were severely damaged. Scientists warned the public to remain cautious in the coming weeks. The superstorm has weakened the ground, and seismic tremors have impacted the plates beneath the earth, so there are chances of landsliding in the coming weeks. Once Fong Wong dissipated on November 13th, meteorologists scrambled together to find out what really happened. Senior meteorologist Dr. Chia-Xing Wang clearly told the world, "We have entered meteorological terra incognita. It means a new era of superstorms has started. It is so severe that the previous superstorms will feel like gentle rain showers." Not only this, but the season of superstorms has also become unpredictable. Forecasters used to tell people how many superstorms they could expect in a year and when they would hit, but now they can't say anything with certainty. Fong Wong was quite stubborn, took unusual paths in the Philippines and Taiwan, and formed in an unexpected season. It has broken every record and model of weather administrations and meteorologists. Scientists first observed it on November 3rd when it was originating from a broad low-pressure area northeast of Chuk. They dismissed it as nothing serious, but the storm kept getting intense with each passing day. Their radars gradually started beeping, telling them danger is ahead of them. The Japan Meteorological Agency accessed the whole data of this system and realized that it was getting stronger through different atmospheric elements. So, on November 7th, they declared it a typhoon. This alerted other agencies and they started analyzing different aspects of this typhoon. Pagasa's staff kept checking satellite images and sensors data throughout the night. They saw how an eye was forming in the typhoon, how mysterious atmospheric elements are making it strong. By November 8th, they declared it a super typhoon and triggered level 4 in the Philippines. But when Fong Wong landed on the Earth, scientists realized it was a level 5 superstorm. Meteorologists in Taiwan were on alert all the time, keeping an eye on the strength of Fong Wong. According to their models, this superstorm had to be weakened after creating this level of destruction in the Philippines. At one point, the data proved them right. Fong Wong did become weak after crossing Luzon. Scientists in Taiwan loosened up, thinking they had passed the nightmare. But the real nightmare was getting started. Fong Wong was dissipating when some hidden atmospheric elements gave it power. It again became destructive over the sea, absorbed a large amount of moisture, and started its journey toward Taiwan with full force. Scientists realized their mistake when it was already too late. Rainfall submerged some areas of Taiwan, and Fong Wong was going to hit them within a few hours. Rescue teams rushed to keep people safe, and scientists panicked at what the data was telling them. Rainfall soared 40% more than their highest expected rate. No satellite data told them that 82 millimeters of rain could fall in a single hour. Models and old rules told scientists that typhoons would cause a broad, moderate band of rainfall. But ground truth revealed narrow bands of relentless rainfall in different areas. Vapor models failed miserably as GPM showed unusual levels of vapor corridors in the area. Microschemic activity of the 0.1 to 0.5 Hz band was also recorded. Dr. Wang Liwei accessed them and found that these tremors are caused by pounding storm-driven ocean waves against the coast. He declared that he hadn't seen this clear data in 25 years. Though Fong Wong dissipated on November 13th, Taiwan scientists and rescue teams are still on high alert. Creeks can flood the areas, landslides can still happen, and worse, a new superstorm can form over Taiwan. It will be equally ruthless and will not allow forecasters to understand what is happening. Pollution and climate change have pushed us into a new era of superstorms. Scientists and authorities are scared that these superstorms will ruin their economies. The Taiwan economy has suffered almost $1 billion in 2 days. Representatives of governments around the world gathered in the Brazilian city of Belém for the 30th Annual United Nations Climate Change Conference to discuss new climate models for the new era. Do you think we are prepared for these superstorms? Share with us in the comments section.